Welcome to this episode of the planDisney podcast, presented by State Farm. With State Farm, you can personalize your policy with options to help you find a surprisingly great rate. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Thank you guys so much for joining us today. My name is Amiyrah Martin, and I'm the host of this podcast, but I'm also a former planDisney panelist. So I'm so honored to be able to talk to some panelists today and introduce you to them. So on this podcast, we'll chat with some planDisney panelists for insights on planning a memorable trip to a Disney destination of your choosing. Now, they're going to give us their personalized tips and insights, which is going to make this such a great episode. And we're also going to have some special guests that we're going to be talking to. Hello, ladies.
Hello.
I'm so excited that you're here.
We're thrilled to be here.
Oh my goodness. So today we're going to be talking about Disneyland, but we have other things that we're going to be sharing. But first and foremost, I think we need a little introduction from each of you because you're so fabulous and I want you to tell everybody about yourself. So Kamini, can you start us off?
Hi, I'm Kamini. I live in Northern California. I grew up here in SoCal, though, which is why Disneyland is very close to my heart. My family is everything to me. I'm a mom of beautiful daughters and a golden doodle. I'm a wife. I work during the day. I panel in the evenings. I love helping people plan Disneyland vacations. I'm also a Disney Vacation Club member, so that's my specialty as well. And so I get to help people spread the magic in a lot of different ways.
Oh, I love that. Okay, Kristin, it's your turn.
Okay, thank you. My name is Kristin, obviously, and I'm a Disneyland Resort specialist. I'm currently serving my third year on planDisney, and I'm so thrilled to be back answering guest questions. I live locally here in Southern California, and I'm a mother of three, ages 10 and under. And we're all magic key holders. So we just love coming and celebrating the magic, as much as we can.
Oh my gosh, a whole family of magic key holders.
Yes.
That's so special. And another thing that's special, can we look around and see where we are right now?
Right.
We are in the happiest place on earth right now. And I think that this setup is just so beautiful. Are you guys excited to be right here?
I am. This was my favorite ride as a child,
Oh
so it's
my
really, really, really
gosh.
special to me to be here right now.
Oh, I know. And we're like listening to the music together. We were a little dancing in our seats before we got started, which is so great.
Yep.
And I love that we're able to do this and that you guys are going to be here and you're going to give us a lot of tips and tricks today. And I know we're going to be talking about Disneyland for a while, a little bit later, but I think we need to chat just quickly about some of the new things that are going on around all of the Disney destinations. So can you guys let us know what are some of the things that we can look forward to right now?
Sure. One of the most exciting things, Disney Springs. There's so much happening there at Walt Disney World Resort. One thing that we can relate to here at Disneyland Resort is the opening of Salt and Straw. And that's something that we are lucky enough to have here in our downtown Disney district.
Yes.
And we're so excited now for our Florida friends to get to experience it there at Disney Springs. Another neat thing is cast compliments. You can now give them on the My Disney Experience app, which is so helpful because I find I have so many compliments I want to give on my vacation and I don't have the time to do it. I don't, think to do it when I get home.
Right.
So now I love that you can just do it right away, immediately on the My Disney Experience app.
Yes, I love that too. Like right off the bat, as soon as you experience that, and now we can put it right in the app, which is so great. Kamini, do you have anything that's coming up that's exciting you about Disney destinations?
Okay, I am very excited. I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and my friend and fellow panelist was recently on the maiden voyage of Galactic Star Cruiser over at Walt Disney World Resort. I was just talking to her. She said that it's like being the main character in your own Star Wars story because the whole thing's very personalized.
Yes.
So the choices that you make throughout the day and through your experience kind of mold the rest of your experience there. She said the crew members were really amazing too. She cried when she had to leave because it was an amazing 2-day, just really immersive. You are truly living in a Star Wars story. So
oh my goodness.
I can't wait to visit.
I can't wait either. Maybe we should all go together.
Sounds good to me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Now, Kristin, I know there were some other things that you were excited about Disney destinations.
Yes, definitely. Thank you. Well, Disney Cruise Line is now offering Pixar Day at Sea.
Yes.
And on select Disney fantasy sailings. And I'm so excited about this because I'm a huge Pixar fan. My family loves the movie Toy Story, of course, all things Toy Story. And I just think it's so neat now that families will be able to encounter these characters on a cruise ship. So different perspective.
Oh, I love that.
Meet and greets and themed dining and all of that.
Yes.
And speaking of cruising, also Adventures by Disney is now offering expedition cruising.
Oh, okay.
In addition to their river cruising that they've already been offering. So I think that's really a neat experience for families to get to experience, all these different parts of the world that they wouldn't normally get to. So
exactly.
something neat to look forward to.
Oh my gosh, you put it so perfectly. And sometimes we forget that, we do have the resorts to go to, but Disney gives us so many different ways to connect with our families. And
Very true.
Whether it's Disney Cruise Line or Adventures by Disney, there are so many ways to enjoy the country and even the world and have our little bit of Disney magic mixed in there. So that's so great. Now, I know we're going to be talking all things Disneyland Resort, right?
Right.
But there's something very amazing, spectacular even, that might be coming back to Disneyland Resort. And the nighttime spectaculars are on their way. Now, we have the inside scoop on everything you need to know about the nighttime spectaculars with a very special guest. It's time to dive into all things Disneyland, and we're going to start with something that everyone is excited about, and that is the return of the nighttime spectaculars. Now, we're joined today with an expert on the topic. So this is a senior manager of Disneyland Entertainment, Veronica Horton. Hi, Veronica.
Hello.
I'm so glad that you're here.
I'm super excited to be here.
Yes, and I know you're going to give us some great tips, tricks, and maybe even some insider scoop about all of these nighttime spectaculars that are coming back. Oh, I love it. Okay, I need to know first and foremost, what is your involvement with this project?
So I am the senior manager overseeing Main Street Electrical Parades. So that is my team that is working really hard right now in the last few hours before we open. But I also support all of our nighttime spectaculars as a senior manager. So I just want all of the listeners to know on April 22nd, we have 3 amazing nighttime spectaculars, not only the Main Street Electrical Parade in its 50th year, but we also have World of Color and Disney California Adventure, and then of course the nighttime fireworks show, Disneyland Forever.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
So many things coming back.
Yes.
This is like perfect. Now, I know that they're all returning, which is great, but can we just talk really quick about Main Street Electrical Parade? And I need to know about the finale.
Okay,
Can we deep dive into that?
So the grand finale is a brand new, wonderful collaboration of all things Disney, all things Pixar, all things that are wonderful about all of our animated features. And the finale is 118 feet long.
Oh my gosh.
But you can see a different show on either side of the parade. So make sure that all of our guests and listeners know that come see the parade one night and then go to the other side of the street to watch it another place. And I recommend in this wonderful area, because this is my favorite spot to watch it. So right in front of It's a Small World attraction, find a spot on the parade route, watch the parade, look for all of the different characters, and then stay. And you're going to be able to watch the nighttime Disneyland Forever fireworks show right over Small World.
So amazing.
Yes.
You knew I was going to ask you for a
did.
special place where I can see all the things.
Yes, that's my favorite spot.
Okay, so I think we should get a little personal.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have any personal attachments to any of these shows that are returning?
Well, I do have to support my team, and I have to represent Main Street Electrical Parade.
Okay.
However, my first role here at Disneyland was on Fantasmic, assistant stage manager on the show. That is where I fell in love with entertainment, and I stayed.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
And I know Fantasmic's coming back in May?
Yes.
Okay.
Fantasmic is returning on May 28th.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
And I know that has been such a buzz.
Absolutely.
Especially people who come to Disneyland all the time. They love
You have to
Fantasmic.
come back on May 28th.
Okay.
Come over to the Rivers of America and watch my favorite show, Fantasmic.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh.
Yes.
Oh, all right. You gave us so much in such a short amount of time. Veronica, thank you so much for being here.
You're so welcome.
And we are so excited about the return of Nighttime Spectaculars.
Thank you so much for being here and letting me be here.
Yes. Welcome back, panelists. All right, it's time. I need all of your best tips when it comes to Disneyland Resort. Now, I know so much is happening, and I know we're gonna spend a good amount of time with you guys telling me everything you know, especially your personal experiences about Disneyland Resort. And I think we need to start with the Nighttime Spectaculars. Do you agree?
Definitely.
Okay.
Yes. The biggest news. Yes.
Yes.
April 22nd is going to be a big day because
Yes.
3 of them are coming back
Oh
that
my
day.
gosh.
So my favorite one being the Main Street Electrical Parade. I watched that as a child of so many memories. Sitting on Main Street. The twinkling lights. There's actually a really exciting finale to the parade.
Oh my god.
Something new.
I
It's brand new.
know. I hear there's something new. Now I'm with you. Main Street Electrical Parade has been my favorite, but I'm a Disney World kiddo, so that's where I grew up. So it's so nice that you guys are getting it back here, and I cannot wait to see that finale. You know, we've heard, especially on all over the internet, the Disney Parks blog has talked about it. So I think that you're gonna have such a good.
I was just going to say, we'll be talking a lot about Bruno.
We will be talking a lot about
There's a
Bruno.
special Encanto touch to the finale, which I'm so excited about. My kids are very excited about as well.
Yes.
And just the whole theme of togetherness that it's going to celebrate. I think that's so neat. It's just like Kamini says, like I grew up with that parade, and to be able to now bring my children to come back and see it, and my parents too. It's just multi-generational that we can all relate to it.
It is.
So I'm really excited.
I
If you can't
know.
tell. Yeah.
Are you excited about any of the other special classic attractions that are coming back?
Well, World of Color is another nighttime spectacular coming back at California Adventure, overseeing Pixar Pier. The lights, the water, the music, the whole thing together is really, really magical, very moving.
Definitely.
And so I'm very much looking forward to that because we haven't had that back in a while. So
It's been a long time.
I
We have been
know.
watching and waiting, and so we're just so excited for it to finally be here.
I love that. Now, when it comes to especially these classic attractions coming back, are there certain locations maybe we should think about when we're bringing our family to watch them? Or do you have a special place that you like to go and enjoy them?
I mean, okay, first off, Main Street USA is my favorite place to watch the Main Street Electrical Parade.
Yes.
There's just something so magical about that. But it does tend to fill up a little bit faster because most people do want to sit there to watch it.
Right.
So personally, my family likes to kind of get away from the crowd sometimes, and we don't always want to wait, an hour before the parade or whatever it may require to get a great spot.
Yeah.
So actually, where we are right now, heading toward It's a Small World, this corridor here, right by the Small World Promenade, it's a great spot because there's a little bit more room. You don't have to get here quite as early. So this is, especially for young families, I think it's a great spot to come if you don't want to park out quite as early as the rest of the crowds.
Oh, I love that.
yeah, and I
tip.
mean, with the parade route, you're going to see everything go by
Right.
anyway. And so this corridor right here as well is where my family typically tends to park ourselves with some popcorn
Oh,
and
gosh.
a churro.
Okay.
And maybe
Yes.
a pretzel.
And you knew I was going to get to snacks. I love a good
Definitely.
snack. So you're saying popcorn, churro, and anything else? Any other snacks we should have?
I have been known to do to mobile order from Gibson Girl some ice cream for the family.
Oh my gosh.
So I set it up. One time I did it just right. It doesn't always happen this way, but I set it up just right. I had my mobile order ready right before the parade. Got our ice cream. We're parked right in front of the castle. I mean, it was magical.
Oh
So
my goodness.
yeah, I highly recommend that mobile ordering with the family.
Okay.
It saves so much time, especially when you're preparing for the parade to come by or something like that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, that is a major tip. The mobile ordering, definitely.
Which
For
also, you need the mobile app to do
You do.
mobile ordering.
Yeah.
So as much as I know it can be a little hard to be on your phone all the time, but it does logistically just make planning your day easier. So making sure that you are familiar with the mobile app. I as well use mobile order quite a bit. In fact, when we're standing in line,
Yeah.
and you kind of check out the snacks nearby, and then it's waiting for you when you come out, and you don't have
So
to wait in line.
smart.
So
Love
you
that.
benefit.
avoid being hangry
Yeah, I
when your
know.
snacks are ready for you.
Toddler tantrums and adult tantrums
Right,
can be
exactly.
solved
Now
by this
listen.
one app.
You said toddler. You brought it up. I didn't bring it up. But since we're going to be on that topic, can you give us some tips for those of us who may have younger families or younger members of our family that we're bringing to Disneyland Resort and maybe they're pre-K age? What are some of the things that they can do here to make the trip even more enjoyable for those little ones?
Definitely. I think one of the most important things is don't try to do too much, especially, if it's your first time with your family here, but it's okay to take breaks. It's,
Right.
If somebody's getting a little tired, get on the Disneyland Railroad and take a ride around. And
that.
just everybody gets that little distraction, little break, rest those feet. So don't be afraid don't feel like you have to do everything
Yes.
right away. Take those breaks. Take the time to meet with those favorite characters. Like those are the memories. Those are the things, the pictures, those are the things you're going to hold with you forever. So I
Absolutely.
think just kind of taking it down a notch and not feeling like you have to do everything so fast.
Right.
So speaking of taking a break, one of my favorite things to do when the girls were little is the animation building over at California Adventure.
Yes.
You walk in, first of all, on a hot day, it's air conditioned, or on a cold day, it's actually a lot warmer in there.
Oh.
You walk in, there are screens all around you with your favorite songs playing. We love going into Animation Academy and drawing characters. You can check out the schedule in terms of, and then come back depending on which character you
Right.
want to draw. Turtle Talk with Crush.
Of course.
Which is, the show is different every time you go in there, right? And he's so funny and amusing. And then you actually duck down into the Sorcerer's Workshop. Beast Library is down there. You can
wow.
answer a few questions and figure out which character you're most like. So it's easy to go in there for 45 minutes, just kind of slow down the pace
Oh, I love
a
that.
little bit.
Yeah,
The other thing too, I like to tell people is I don't think people realize that most of the rides don't have height requirements. And so in terms of coming with guests of all sizes in your family,
Yes.
right? There is the rider switch, which you can do in case somebody in one of the littles isn't tall enough to ride.
Right.
So my husband would go on the ride first. He would come out. I would be able to go back in right away without standing in line again. But most of the rides we were all able to do together. We spent a lot of time in Fantasyland when the girls were little. So Dumbo the Flying Elephant, one of our favorites. The Carousel, Storybook Canal Boat, Peter Pan's Flight. There are a lot of different options. Casey Jr.'s Circus Train. So no height requirements for those.
My kids absolutely love the Disney Junior Dance Party over in California Adventure. It's so much fun. It's so
Yeah.
immersive. The kids can jump and scream and wiggle, and just a big party for the kids. Another spot that's fun is over on Pixar Pier, the Inside Out Emotional Whirlwind.
Aw.
And anybody, any age can go on that ride, and it's just so much fun. It's so bright and vibrant, colorful, and just a great little spot out on the pier.
That's so great. There are so many options, so everyone will have a great time. Now, are there any great tips that you can give us when our little ones just need to take a little break?
Sure thing. My favorite spot to take a break is at one of the baby care centers.
Oh.
There's one here in Disneyland Park, and there's also one over in California Adventure Park. And they're just the perfect spot to just take that time out, change an outfit, change a diaper. There's even little potty training toilets, which is wonderful for that, that age. Just a perfect spot to just wind down in the air conditioning. Nursing mothers, there's a great spot there to nurse quietly. Pretty much anything you could need for a preschooler, for a baby, you can find there.
Oh, I love that.
Great spot.
Any tips, Kamini?
Yeah, I think that the hotels all being close by, we talked about how everything's very close and walking distance here. So whether you're staying at one of the Disney Resort hotels or you're staying at a Good Neighbor hotel nearby, being able to go back to the room, take a little break during the day, it helps fuel them for the evening. And then I think also just being able to go in the pool if it's hot, cool them off a little bit. But I love that there are so many hotel options nearby. We've stayed at several of them over the years. Our favorite one being able to pop out of California Adventure and into the Grand Californian
gosh.
Hotel.
Yes.
Which is a real treat when they're very tired.
Definitely. Take a quick nap and you're back in the park within an hour. It's amazing.
It's so great when everything's so close, especially here. Just so wonderful, especially for those little ones when they just need a break.
Yes.
We know that Mickey's Toontown is being reimagined as well, so that will be a feature option for our little ones. So can't wait to see everything that's going to be happening over there as well.
Yeah, areas to run free, let your kids just get all that energy out.
Yes.
I can't wait to see what that's going to look like.
Yes, so we'll have that. But
Yes.
those tips were so amazing. I love that. Thank you so much for giving all of that. Now,
Of course.
I have to get into something that may be a little bit more personal. I'm still a newbie when it comes to Disneyland Resort. So what tips do you guys have for first timers that are coming here to enjoy the park?
It's a good thing we've been coming here for over 40 years.
I know.
So we can help you.
Yes, exactly. I think the biggest surprise to people who aren't familiar with Disneyland Resort is how close Disneyland Park is to Disney California Adventure Park. Literally, within a minute, you can go from entrance of one to the other. So I think that's the biggest thing people worry, how will I get from one to the other? And I love to say, it's a breeze.
We
Even for
timed
little
it.
ones.
We timed
Yes,
a
right.
minute and 13 seconds
Oh my
or
gosh.
116 steps from gate to gate. Literally, it's that close. And I don't think people realize that that's why you can park hop
Yes.
during the day, because you literally can go back between the two parks pretty quickly. And it being walking distance, I think, is a huge advantage.
Definitely.
Yes, I love that. So park hopping is a good tip, right?
Yes,
You would say that
for sure.
that's probably something that a first timer should look into.
Yeah, and I mean, we've done it both ways. We also do the one park per day at times, do everything that you want to do in one and then go to the other the next day. And we used Genie Plus
tested
quite a
it.
bit.
Yes.
Yes, and it is actually pretty easy to use and pretty easy to get on everything that you want to get on. So for a first timer, especially if you're not going to have that much time and you're excited to go on a lot of the rides that you've been thinking and dreaming about, I would definitely recommend getting Genie Plus.
Okay.
Genie
Maximize your day.
Yeah.
Just, and it just takes some of that stress out, especially for a first timer. Like, and it also helps guide you. So based on before your visit, you actually go into the app and you put your preferences, our family likes this, our family likes that. And it will actually guide you, with his magical genie powers, he will guide you throughout your day and, try this, try that. Oh, are you hungry? You might be hungry. Here's a nearby place you can stop and mobile order from. So definitely for first timers, I think it's like your GPS for the parks.
Yes, it is. Oh my goodness. I love that. Okay, so many tips for first timers. I think I'm ready. I think I'm ready to give it another go.
The other thing is I think making dining reservations at least once during your day. So I mean, you can do mobile order, you want to be able to spontaneously pick up snacks, but I feel like having one dining reservation where you can sit down, rest your feet, kind of everybody get to, what we like to do is we like to sit down and then you end up kind of giggling and laughing about your day and, what you've kind of done so far, what were some of the funniest moments, pull out your phone, start, look at some of the funny pictures you've taken during the day. So it gives you a chance to kind of get the whole group back together because sometimes you do end up splitting up and maybe doing some different things and then it gets everybody back together. So, but with dining reservations, you definitely want to make sure you do it 60 days in advance if you can. And if you can't get a reservation, so Blue Bayou and Oga's Cantina are two very popular venues, and it can be hard to get a reservation in advance, but both of them I've had luck with getting on the walk-up list as well, so don't rule it out, basically. I tell people in case you don't have. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay. And you would say, would those be your must-do dining experiences? I mean, you just mentioned two, but are there other ones that maybe you would like to mention, especially for first-timers?
Sure.
Like, where should we go when we're here?
Lamplight Lounge.
Oh.
It's picturesque. You can't beat that spot, I feel like. Like Blue Bayou, you get that wonderful atmosphere that you're not going to get from any other dining experience. But Lamplight Lounge, it's just exquisite, especially at night. I love sitting there at night, eating those yummy donuts. They're delicious donuts.
And potato skins.
Oh, don't forget those. And really fun specialty cocktail drinks too, which are neat to try. You can either sit outside or inside, lots of different options. And if there's any way you can time it with World of Color, that's another neat option. If it works out that way with your plans. Also, my favorite inside Disneyland Park is Jolly Holiday Cafe and Bakery. The toasted cheese sandwich, the Jolly Holiday combo. It's toasted cheese sandwich, like a grilled cheese, with tomato soup.
Oh my.
And it's delicious.
Oh.
I think that's one of Kamini's favorites as well.
Right? Well,
Right?
it's easy to get seating outside. Typically, there is a lot of seating, and it's right on Main Street. You're overlooking the castle, so it is one of my favorite places to go as well. And then another kind of hidden gem for us, and we eat there every time, is GCH Craftsman Bar inside the Grand Californian Hotel. So a lot of people think that you have to be a hotel guest to eat there. You don't. It shows up in the app to make dining reservations. And I feel like even once many of the reservations are gone, you can typically get a table there, but I've also used the walk-up list. I'm vegetarian. This isn't just a place where I have one veggie option on the menu, but there are actually several different options. And so for me as a vegetarian, it's a perfect place to go. But they also have a lot of other options. And then you're sitting by the pool. If you're there at night, they have these really pretty twinkling lights on the ceiling. The ambiance is it's really beautiful. We've been there when they've had live music playing as well. So again, maybe a slightly less known restaurant, but we go there every time we're here.
Okay. Lots of options. I love it. And you have another one for us?
Speaking of dining, I wanted to mention character dining experiences.
Okay, yes,
because
please.
That's a great way, especially with young children. It's a great way to see your favorite characters and get it done in like an hour and a half while you're dining.
Right.
We actually just got to do Goofy's Kitchen recently at the Disneyland Hotel. It's like a party. It was like a party, literally, just we're enjoying our breakfast, but we're dancing along with the characters. They do a little parade through the restaurant, just so much magic. I started crying. There was a little baby, just watching that baby see these characters come up and dance right in front. I mean, it was pure Disney magic right there. I loved it.
It still feels interactive. It feels very personal.
Yes.
And Goofy's Kitchen is actually great because they do character dining at breakfast and dinner.
That's
okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Whereas the majority of the other ones are just at breakfast time.
Just breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so more options.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. Oh, Okay, you gave me way more tips than I was used to, but you are planDisney panelists. This is what you do.
We love
and I love it.
We are in our favorite place
Yeah.
talking about our favorite
Our
things.
happy place. Yes.
That's so great. All right, well, sadly, we have to go. But before we do, we're gonna do something really special. Are you guys
Okay.
ready for this?
Okay.
So
I
we're
hope
gonna do a lightning round of questions.
Okay.
All right. Now, just give me the first answer that comes to your mind
Okay.
when I say it.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I want your truth here.
All
Because
right.
you are Disneyland Resort experts.
Okay.
All
Are we
right.
both saying it at the same time?
No, I actually.
Okay.
So
Okay.
let's do it this way, just so that way you know what's coming.
Okay.
Kamini, you will go first.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
Kristen, you go.
Perfect.
And then we'll keep it going. All right. It's
Okay.
gonna be quick.
Okay. I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay. Mickey Premium Bar or Dole Whip?
Dole Whip.
Oh my gosh.
Mickey Premium Bar.
Okay. All right. Favorite Disneyland snack to recommend?
Churro. Classic churro.
Okay, I'm gonna say the safari skewer at Bengal Barbecue, bacon wrapped asparagus.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Need I say more?
Yes. I like the sound of both of those. Favorite classic attraction?
It's a small world.
Oh.
After all.
I'm going with Mad Tea Party.
Oh.
That's the one that I remember, like from growing up. I pictures my dad in the teacups. Like that's very
Okay,
magical.
I love that. So, one underrated attraction not to miss.
Monsters Inc. over at California
Okay.
Adventure.
I agree.
And I'm gonna go Goofy Sky School. It's slightly terrifying, but in the best possible way. I have to say.
It's exhilarating.
There you go.
Yes, I love that. All right, so what makes the happiest place on earth your happy place?
Well, there are many things, but I know it's a lightning round, so I have to be fast. It's the smiles, the laughter, and the fact that I have been coming here as a child with my parents since I was just a little mouseketeer, and I brought my mouseketeers here. My girls love Disneyland as much as I do. So it's this is really truly our happy place. I don't think a lot of people understand that, but it runs deep through our veins. It is a place where we feel that joy from deep within us.
Love it.
Definitely.
Kristen.
Grew up coming here with my family, just like Kamini, and just to be able to now bring my 3 children here and see it through their eyes, it's every time it's fresh, it's new. There's always something new. Adventures Campus, there's always something new and different. That's just, it's pure magic. It's that moment walking down Main Street USA and smelling the smells and hearing the sounds. There's just nothing like it for me. So, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Can't beat it.
That was the perfect way to end it.
Thank you.
Thank you, ladies, so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, this is just so great. Thanks so much for tuning into this month's episode of the planDisney podcast. Now, when you join us next month, we'll be about halfway to one of my favorite holidays at Disney destinations, Halloween. So come join us where we're going to talk all things Halloween and holidays at Disney destinations. In the meantime, make sure you're following planDisney Panel on Instagram and planDisney on Twitter. If you have a question of your own, you can also go to planDisney.com to ask that question and have one of these amazing panelists answer it for you. If you want to stay up on the latest news, check out Disney Parks blog. I'm so happy that we got to have you here today. Thank you so much to the panelists for being here. And also thank you to our sponsor, State Farm. Make sure you tune in next month because you do not want to miss where we're going to be filming that particular episode. See you real soon.